they've been doing in this time breaks, because like you said, you know, the vetoes here, it might come as a bit of a surprise that they're willing to instantly get into a Vertigo ban here. I think MIBR is a strong team on Vertigo, but of course we are ready to kick things off here. We are ready to hop on into the action, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what this roster in the likes of Sharks can do up against this MIBR roster. If they can get another upset victory, we'll have to wait and find out here as we start off a pistol round here, looking to get pretty quick into the action as well.
Yeah, this is going to be a little surprise pick here from Sharks, but let's see how they can shake off the rust here in the player break. Can they bring the fight to MIBR? Kicking off the pistol here, looking towards an A-side pop, but exit pop through the smoke. There it goes, RDN. There's one right back door from Tongs, and entry into the A-side, drop in trouble, back silo, still good for one, and support from Insani actually from up top. That's a double kill, rotates from safe as well. MIBR clean up that A-site.
That's some sharp shooting right there. Very quick headshots out of Insani up there in heaven, and safe following up as well. Very impressive stuff out of the gates there for MIBR. Tough to handle that Sharks execute on that A bomb site. You saw a lot of utility, a lot of pressure, but they had the right resources to hold off against that. I mean, one thing to note here, Nuke was a really good map for Sharks last time they played up against MIBR. I think the core for me was, like you said, Doc on this T side, cracking open a lot of these bomb sites and doing really effective entry work, but also on that defense, having Gafolo as a fluid rotating player there. It's going to be absolutely necessary that he brings that same energy into this Shark side of things.
Yeah, Gafolo's been a really interesting player, at least when he was developing for Sharks. He certainly had a shaky start to his time with Sharks. He had to travel to Europe, play a bunch of these tier 2 events. We're going to see Safe go for an aggressive play here and pick up said Gafolo. But I think he's definitely developed over time with Sharks, and I think the biggest thing that I saw... Hi there, Safe. Some fun in games here down in lobby, as there will be the cleanup crew outside. But Sharks didn't change their lineup at all throughout this player break.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's kind of setting their sights on some consistency, which is something you're going to need here. There's a really quick start to this year. We're getting right into some of the, you know, major qualification action, and in doing so, you want to make sure that you're heading into that with a foundation, because a lot of rosters, a massive shuffle. We saw that kind of before the player break happened. But now getting into things like we are seeing some shifts here, and I think that's going to give Sharks an advantage, not only in this qualifier, but also having that stability here with those major qualifiers coming up.
Yeah, definitely want to you want to keep consistency. You don't want to make any last-second changes for the most
100%
important tournament of the year. So let's see this outside cross here from Sharks. Taps through the smoke, tags decent damage, but no kills. Very close though.
You're really having them right there. Actually doing so much damage right there on the edge of that smoke, taking 2 players down to half. But they already have the quick rotations here, finding themselves in a good spot. Bryn is in, very nicely repositioning himself and getting that smoke down. So valuable time bought off the clock right now to force this default to wait things out and to get into a more comfortable position. We'll see if there's any info gathering coming through, if they're happy with this sort of stability.
Oh, he hears the singe of the molly, surely, right? And he's gonna bring a reload. Just giving a lot of sound cues away to Sharks right now.
Here's that info gathering from Drop, kind of posting himself in towards Hut. These rotations are so strong right now. It feels like at the moment Sharks are kind of locked out looking in.
Whoa, boy. It gets very close, though. They're gonna try and break through. Branson does not go down to the entry of Doc, but that allows Sharks to slink into control. Extra squeeze being put onto this B site, but exit walks forward. He did see the barrel of Doc, though, and he'll go down to Brennan, who just simply takes the fight. 15 seconds remaining to get that bomb planted, and a huge rotate awaits here on towards his B site, but DRG, massive kill. That gives entry in towards the A site, or does it? Because the players fly up the vents right into Drop. No time on the clock, and a triple kill from the MP9.
Oh my god, I didn't realize that Drop was in the perfect place to shut that thing down. It was a really good idea, that late reaction coming through from Sharks to find himself dead to Drop right there in a perfect position from that squeaky door, making sure that they can't get that last second rotation on in with the bomb, because that A bomb set was clear. But again, that's MIBR finding themselves in such valuable positions. You can see that they're always proactive there. They get those great rotations and great time buying measures from Brennison as they get down secret. They have so much more around that play right there. They have safe boosted up, I believe, over towards ramp room. They've got drop crunching in towards lobby, so MIBR suffocating the offense here pretty effectively.
Yeah, really a good understanding of the map control there. But now, faster play from Sharks. Who needs map control? Just get the frags, and that's all for MIBR right now. Just a lockdown hold there. Completely flawless on the A side again.
And Sonny underhanding the HE, it actually just did damage for him right there. Trying to blow that smoke open and cut things off early, but able to find even extra right there. Fantastic. Little managing of the Tech 9 rush on that A side, which can be very difficult to handle, but MIBR keeping their distance quite nicely. We're back to the gun rounds here once again. So we'll see if Sharks can bypass this quick reaction and quick rotations that they have.
So faster outside from MIBR, a bit of a switch up. And same goes here for Sharks. This is going to be a bit of a train crash here. Smokes everywhere, but Doc finds that entry kill onto Insani in Garage. A little boost action. And even more players around the smokes, and they all get cleared.
So well prepped right there for that countermeasure. MIBR throw everything at the offense, and they fight back so effectively. Like you said, the boost, but also the smoke spam, making sure that they don't get caught off guard. And it was supposed to be a wrench in the system of Sharks, but it seemed like they were so prepared for that.
Yeah, I guess being able to pick off each part of that setup player by player. You know, MIBR hoping to fight together in that situation, but you know, you have Insani pick back Garage, and then the close player only goes 1 for 1. Safe can't find anything between the smokes, and you're cooked. Would you call that unfortunate, or would you call that a Sharks read?
Yeah, I don't know, because I can't imagine how much reads they would have here coming off the play break, but maybe that's something that Sharks are prepared for. They've seen it done in some games, and MIBR trying to keep that pressure on them. But, again, the way that they played that, the last player, it was Safe who was spammed straight on the edge of that smoke. If you're expecting 3 to press you like that, and you're spamming a smoke to make sure that you deal with the last player, I'd have to say that's a read, right?
Yeah, understanding what your opponent is trying to do in that situation.
You're gonna go for a late retake?
Oh, I mean, you know how Counter-Strike 2 works, but there's no smoke.
You just have to... just a molly?
Flashing. Oh, nice out, unfortunately.
Wait.
Super
okay,
close.
no, good.
Yeah, a great attempt, though. You see that molly go in towards Hut as well to try and stop potential players from running on through, and unfortunately, he'll get sent flying from the bomb. Good effort, though, from MIBR. They got plenty of cash.
Yeah, they do have a lot of money. That's the best part about that. I love that idea. It's a little bit unfortunate that Drop couldn't make the escape. It's a little bit unfortunate that he went down to the bomb there. That does so much damage nowadays. But again, like the idea. I think that's one of those things you can only do once a half. And now they're going to be expecting it. But DRG, really great on him to make sure that he's keeping his team safe in that sort of position. A lot of credit there.
Sharks going to assemble into the default, but MIBR already looking to break that. First it was outside control, now we want to pressure trophy room. Safe gonna pop the shadow, and he will get the trade onto Brennison. Gonna keep pushing forward for that lobby control. Really aggressive here from MIBR.
Look at this, Doc taking that time here, knows that there's some weakness in the map right now, and is gonna wrap his way all the way over towards Hell, completely silent and completely confident that he can make this sort of play right now, and he is so right in doing so. So from this sort of position, I don't know how on earth if you're MIBR, you're ever expecting this.
Oh, Safe is starting to. Obviously, this slow walk outside is a big threat, but like the problem
watching
is the
Heaven
bomb
too.
Yeah, the bomb's in lobby though. That is the real issue here. So as Sharks move on through, are they gonna backstab Safe? Oh, Safe's in huge trouble right now. DRG walking for it. Oh, this could just be a knife kill, but probably just going to be the headshot. Oh, he turns around and meets his maker. Safe goes down, and that should be the ramp room established here. RDN will be able to make Safe escape. I say that. Almost loses the bomb there. And there's an even bigger problem down here. Exit has also arrived in rotation. This bomb could get cut off before it even makes it to the site. This entry has to be clean, but RDN will just slip underneath his nose.
Oh, no.
Or will he? Jumps up top. There goes the bomb carrier. Exit could make the round happen. At least a trade from DRG, but more players are in position. Double doors are threat, pushing through the single door as well. Insani can't win his fight, though. Doc, an immense double kill to keep Sharks in it.
My god, just pure chaos right there. So many things could have gone wrong, but the Sharks are able to fight back with a couple nice shots. Some quick trades is all that they needed to get that job done. And a panic. But again, that's some great presence of mind there. That's Sharks realizing what opportunities they have on the map and capitalizing on it perfectly. They're able to take that space towards hell once they know the lobby crunch is rolling on through, so some of the reasons as to why this roster looks so comfortable on this map, why they picked into it out of the gates, and even why they were able to get a great little victory in that last qualifier in Yon shipping on this map.
Yeah, just really good confidence in the map movements is what I will say. Out of Sharks, just not second guessing the call. Ooh, but a great angle from Exit. So, no map control, contact walking everywhere. Exit holds the line for the kill.
Himself in a position where he kind of needs to get some support there. That smoke's going to buy him a little bit of extra grace. Some extra time here towards that outer yard. And honestly, I don't know if the rest of MIBR are all that too interested in helping out here. They might just post up on these angles. You can see Safe has all of Secret cut off as well.
Now Insani goes for the jiggle peek. Exit goes for his 1-for-1. Brent is up top in heaven. Very awkward fight. Doesn't really want to take it so much. And him being gone might allow a timing for RDN. 35 seconds to make the decision, and it looks like the finish is in towards this A site. Togs is going to start clearing the close angles, start to isolate these potential positions. And surely he's going to drop this one, but a great crossfire between him and Insani and Brennison. The trifecta here on the A site again for MIBR.
That is just impossible to break through right there. There's no way you're getting through a crossfire like that. Both players kind of clearing out that opposite vent and not able to get the job done. Of course, that's a great hold coming through from MIBR, and again, Exit there doing a lot of work and threatening that outer yard. I felt like the presence that he was able to bring, the amount of time that, just forced Sharks to kind of sit outside, wait those smokes out, and let them fade away eventually. It just created so much concern there. Faster play it could be, though. Down the vents potentially, and Doc is able to get himself outside of Squeaky at least.
Yeah, ooh, and a pop blast through, but able to find safety. Insani gets the double kill still. In such an impossible position, but his teammate in Exit cannot hold the line. 2 versus 3, and then Safe falls next. Brandon fast on the flank, but read into here by Gafolo. He needs the clutch. He'll get the first kill, knows where the bomb planter is as well, but has to try and toy with the position and the attention here of Sharks.
Gonna take a little bit here. Gonna make his way out of the squeaky door and try and find these kills quickly. Oh, just off the timing though, Togs is gonna peek.
Tough beats there for Brennison. A good attempt there, but also a pace change there from Sharks.
Seeing a decent little pace change. That's a great idea from Sharks as well. The utility usage right there rolls on out. Did catch Insani off quite a bit, but still looks so impressive on the hold. And then Insani didn't really have a lot of support in terms of firepower, so great trades from the Sharks, and finally forcing an eco here from MIBR after they had 10k at the beginning, when they were up 0-4. Look at these smokes. One landed over there, I think on the bottom of Heaven. One over towards Mini, so on an eco, if you're going up against like 5.7s USPs, there's not a lot that you really have to look at here.
There's simply no chance right now for MIBR. Just being super procedural, methodical. Of course, Sharks don't necessarily know what they're playing against, but seeing how quiet the map is, they might be able to assume that that is just the full eco. Take a little fall there from Doc, no big deal though. No one's here on this A site, so easy plant for Sharks. You know, really moving with confidence. They had a little bit of a running start with that open qualifier. It was just pretty clean from their point. And
yeah, the run that they went on, the you know, wins in a row versus some tough teams, right? I mean, no easy feat making it through the open qualifiers with the rosters that they had to take on. Victory over Payne, who is a roster that's obviously gone through a lot of changes, but still impressive. Bestia, a big victory over them, so there's some confidence in them as they head into this one. Just getting everybody.
Just imagine they had a kit. Oh boy.
Nice idea again.
Sharks were miles away, but it didn't work.
Yeah, you need to have the kit there, but that would have been such a cool idea. That might be something that MIBR keep in their back pocket there. You know, get one kit, go for saves like that. You could have yourself a little bit of success. They're really forcing that, man. It has to feel so awkward for Sharks leaving a bomb site, because this nuke bomb does unreal damage. So you have to run away pretty early, as you can see from that last one. They got the op back in Safe's hands.
It's become like a real meta-defining play to go for that, try and take some guns away from the T side, and maybe, just maybe, steal around. You know, Cole, if you don't plant the bomb, you can't get ninja defuse. So you should always go for round wins by elimination. Oh my god. The laser beam through the smoke there for drop.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, got the traces there and just instantly returns the favor. Want to be spamming that smoke for too long, you get caught. A little bit of damage in return. That is a great way to start a round right there. Finding yourself in a 4v5. A little bit of comfort here. But even in these sort of positions, the Sharks have been able to, you know, sort their way around these tough spots here. So we'll see if they can replicate that success here. More spam attempted here to try and force some pressure. And Sadi's going to make the drop, so that's commitment to this A-hold for him.
Yeah, but you also have Exit covering off the mini position. Doc seems like he's going to slow clear this one, however.
This timing.
Exit steps forward, moves between the angles, a jiggle peek there. Oh, now it's a real game, and Exit will be able to win it. Just barely. 3 versus 5. These entries must be from Shark. Molly in towards the vents, but a drop is still good for a kill. That is brutal here for Sharks to deal with. Now having to clear 2 more site defenders. So back of it, has to readjust, and he does. Flawless on DRG, and RDN now position noted. And only 10 seconds remaining. Just completely locked out of this one. And a flying MP9 from the back lines will be able to take him down. 6-4 MIBR.
Well done right there. Great stuff from Drop. Goes down swinging here. 13-4 for this guy. I mean, talking a little bit about what he's brought to the table. Obviously, a part of that duo that left Furia and the big roster moves that took place heading into the beginning of last season. And again, a piece that I don't think too many people had some concerns with. I mean, I felt like he did his job incredibly well on that Furia roster, and maybe not perfect, but you can see in these sort of positions where he's left with fire and flames heading his way, he's able to hold it incredibly steady. And right now, I mean, playing over towards that A side, finding consistent output at 13-4 is super impressive.
Elevated angle from Exit, though, inside of Sacred. And tested the first, the second. Oh, yeah, let's go for Exit. It is, that is so crisp.
Instant headshots, instant dismissal of 2 here. There's a little gap in that window right there that Safe is trying to play off of, and now more gaps off the smokes. Constantly trying to work these angles here. Gonna get tested by Gafolo.
And, I mean, some jumping angles there. Just a second too late, perhaps, there for Gafolo, but still a disadvantage for Sharks. But map control is in their favor.
Very wise from Safe not to re-up on that angle after getting the flash. You know that likely is an op heading your way, posted up once you flash off those line. All 3 players remaining here towards that outer yard, and we're talking 40 seconds left. Right now, you're seeing a proactive move from MIBR to take that lobby control, and they're going to have a decent read on this sort of situation. Insani going to keep the jump spots, but going to have to reveal himself soon.
Still isolating parts of the map here. Gafolo, oh, now is spotted, but that just gives him a timing to fly in towards the double doors. Insani doesn't want to fly out and challenge himself. No, he's going to wait for teammates, and it works out well. DRG falls, and now having to aggress, take more control here with the AWP of all weapons, and it works for Gafolo, but the plant gets stopped by Insani, and that leaves no time here for the AWP to get anything done. It's 7 rounds now for MIBR. After some, wild rounds, Gafolo will hold on to this AWP. 3 kills on the round, no matter. But MIBR are finding ways to stabilize.
They are here. If they can close out with an 8-4, they'd be very happy with the end results. Although, again, Sharks, they showed us something quite nice. They showed us that they have the reactions here to manage versus some of the pressure that Sharks are placing, or that MIBR placing on them. We've got one last round to determine that here, and with it, DRG taking the sacrifice. He's got himself only a Glock right now, but hoping that Gafolo can do some of the heavy lifting for his squad at the moment.
Maybe just a chance, I always like the strat of send that AWP going forward. If I die, someone else pick up the AWP and try to use it as well.
Everyone just try and pick it up. Everyone try their luck. Looks like they might speed it over and towards this A side. You don't see that much utility left, though. You don't see any Molotovs left for this execute, so they're gonna have to make it work on, flash plays and a single smoke, which is just not easy at all.
And you have an armorless Glock trying to just, pick up the pieces afterward. It's not looking bright for Sharks. Gafolo is searching for that pick. Could get things going, but another smoke into Squeaky is going to call that one off. And now time becomes an issue here for Sharks.
Again, time going to be pressuring this roster here, and you do see a sacrifice of this ramp control, but that's something that MIBR are very willing to do. They're going to take another 15 or so seconds to even choose a bomb site to try and take that ramp control. Valuable time bought off the clock. One flash to try and sell the fake, but they've just been met by a molly over towards that A side. They still have utility left.
So brutal. It's a 3-man setup at 20 seconds on the round.
Molly?
Oh my goodness. It is just... It's brutal. What are you supposed to do? It's the last round of the half, guys. We can't save. We have 10 seconds to get that bomb planted now. Like 5, 4, 3, and this round is going to end by time or elimination. MIBR are probably going to bring it to bear just by elimination here. Gafolo getting flanked in from the vents, but it doesn't even matter. MIBR 8-4 with some really dominant rounds towards the end. We're going to put this one to a break. with 2 of Shark's rounds being won, you know, just being full ecos, you gotta say that is a really strong CT side from MIBR. But we are straight into this pistol round and straight back to winning ways. That's insani. What has just happened here on this A site? Insani almost goes for 4. And you can't even break down what just happened in the previous half because we're in the here and now. MIBR are up a pistol round as well.
Yeah, you better be ready for that right there. You better get ready for what Insani just threw at you, running out of squeaky door like that. What a way to kick off this half, and a real statement from an explosive player like this guy out of the gates. That just puts a real damper in the mood there of Sharks, whatever was said in that halftime break. You know, getting prepared for the second half. Your CT side of Nuke, that can build a lot of energy if you're able to string some rounds together, if you're able to get off to a nice pistol round start, but that was never given to you.
That's just such a gutting round because it just ends in the first like 10 seconds. Now full eco rush outside. Brennison puts up the clothesline and sends a couple packing, calls in for backup as well. Safe doesn't even get any action with his Mac 10. Sadly for him, he will get 1 at the end of it. 600 bucks pocketed, but 10 rounds for MIBR and just lightning rounds.
That's good to see from Insani right there. Build up a lot of confidence right now. Again, a key player for this roster. A lot of eyeballs on him, a lot of excitement around this guy. And it's another just, you know, proof of concept of MIBR and their ability to bring up, I mean, talent. We talked about it from the Shark side of things, but talking about what MIBR has done here, I mean, an academy move up there, which, you know, watching him in some other events, I watched him in a lot of like play-ins when MIBR Academy would play that. And I was super impressed with what he's able to do, but I didn't think, you know, he was going to be able to make this much of a dent, this much of a statement in the South American scene. But my God, has he ever delivered since getting the promotion.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of the players that we we had some questions about. Like, he was never fragging like this in the academy squad. Oh my goodness, this guy just turned out to be such untapped potential for MIBR, and he's been able to utilize it on this team so much. So we have a little bit of desperation buy from Sharks. Just 0 utility, all firepower, and it works out for a kill. Branson decides to walk through the mini smoke, trying to hit a timing, but maybe that's the information MIBR wanted. They're gonna fly into ramp and deal with Togs. They got a 4-on-4 and tons of space, but one more challenger in front of them. Gafolo now gonna get pincered from both angles. This is a brutal spot to be in. He'll go down easy, and the rotate arrives. That gets deleted too, and Sharks are certainly on the back foot. RDN just next on the chopping block, and just like that, it is Sharks staring down a 1 versus 4, and MIBR to run away with their own map pick.
Sick. He's gonna run him down as well. Sidearm whipped out. Just enough in the tank right there. Can Doc escape? He's making it.
No, he's
but
running.
he's got a couple things to work out.
It's a wild goose chase, Doc. Oh my goodness, is he gonna go back down the vents? No way. Okay, no, he's just gonna go run through Squeaky to spawn and find an alternate way to save. But a wild goose chase there for Doc in that very moment. But MIBR just give Sharks a thrashing in that round.
Yeah, what a statement right there. Drop and exit, finding such good entries right there. And Sonny as well, playing very good to deal with Gafolo. That angle, incredibly awkward. But the way that MIBR, they just do a little bit of a brief pause. They kind of jiggle. They make sure that their utility's down before they ever hit that lower sight. And when they do that, they get Gafolo kind of off foot. And they're just so perfectly read in by MIBR. It's so explosive as well. You see one fight taken, it doesn't go in MIBR's way. And so, in the interim, you know, without that outer yard control, MIBR know that they need to take space elsewhere. And they just do not hesitate at all. And honestly, I gotta say, that's a credit to Drop and his space creation.
Yeah, like, Drop able to make things work. Now Togs up close, and he's just gonna get run down, deleted immediately. When you don't have utility, you just can't stop these rushes. Gafolo to fly through his smoke. He's about to get blasted by Brennison. 3 versus 5 already here, just unwinnable. You can just see the desperation right now in Sharks. It's these 4 spies basically coming through, no utility, no mollies to stop these plays.
So overwhelming right there. Whole roster's got eyes on you right now. There's just no safety in this. In desperate times, call for desperate measures. Maybe DRG can bail them out as well as Doc.
Oh, but it's just simply not enough. 1 for 1. simply no good. And Drop cleans up the last for 12-4. MIBR have rolled out the bulldozer on this map.
Yeah, and honestly, it's a bit of a shame here because I had mentioned to see the stability in the CT side. We wanted to get Gaffolo's op out. Last time they got a win on MIBR on Nuke. It looked like Gaffolo was able to do so much work on the defense, constantly finding opening duels, constantly pressuring this MIBR default. But it's just not going to be the opportunity to see that with the sort of lead, with the pistol success. That he's not going to be able to bring one out unless they start stabilizing right here and right now.
And again, it's another desperation buy where at the minute 35 mark, 20 seconds into the round, there are 3 grenades across 5 players. Just simply no ability to fight for map control. It again has to be gunfight, and DRG will be handed one and wins one. Any other challengers on the way? Safe hesitating a little bit here. Sharks might have a lifeline.
They need it. Again, they need to find some stability here, but Insani rips one right back there, long range. Able to deal with it. A little jiggle out of heaven as well. Gaffolo goes for seconds and gets punished.
Oh my goodness. Brutal shot being landed right now from MIBR to an insane headshot from across the map from
a split second on the jiggle right there and he's done.
Yeah, there's like no chance for a mistake here. You can't get anything for free against this team. And oh my goodness. Okay, DRG does readjust. At least has a double kill on this round. But that's more information for MIBR.
Guardian Zhao, though, in a perfect position to manage this, though. He has a great spot in the back of Squeaky here.
At least the off angle, but has to be aware of multiples. But a great pop-up there from DRG. Will get traded eventually, but... And RDN goes down too! He had the insane off angle, but it didn't even matter. MIBR bring out the steamroller here versus Sharks. They find every situation, then just win it.
Yeah, those are some really impressive shots there towards the tail end as well. I mean, great defaulting, very explosive second half, but the foundation that they found themselves in the first, the sort of rotations and the suffocation.